Hey, what's up, everybody? A little dark in here. Let's turn this thing up. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Friday. I hope you guys are doing all right. I hope your month is going okay so far, even outside the challenge, I hope you guys are balancing everything okay and, staying happy and having a good time and staying out of trouble. Thank you guys for joining me here. You guys are the real ones. This is the fourth stream for the Gauntlet of Gods 3D Community Challenge. And yeah, this month, we're all making an animated card and also a 2D card, right? They kind of go together for this 3D challenge, and all your art is going to get turned into, will be playable rather, in a card game that we made. With game designer AJ Brandon. Shoutouts AJ. The digital version will be free to play. It is free to play, always and forever. It will be updated with your art as soon as the deadline comes around on August 31st. And you can also get a physical version of the card game linked below if you guys want. All proceeds are going to the International Fund for Cultural Diversity. I mean, those are the big sweeps, right? You guys probably all know this stuff by now, but I gotta say this for if there's anyone here who is joining us for the first time. I know Harry. I know you're this is your first stream, so shout outs to you, Harry. Thanks for joining. Is this anyone else's first stream for this challenge so far? Can I see a show of hands down below, please? Manishka, what's up? Hey, Manishka. Man, I saw your art so far. Holy crap, dude. God dang, so good. So good. Wow. Wolf Knight, you got a preview unavailable because you got computer troubles. Man, I'm sorry to hear about your computer troubles. I hope that gets better for you. I know as an artist, computer troubles suck. It's our lifeline, so I hope that gets worked out for you. Sorry to hear, buddy. Okay, wow, a lot of people's first live stream. Guys, welcome. Yes. Wow, there's a lot of you guys. That's amazing. Thank you guys for joining. Why you chose to join the fourth one out of, I don't know, maybe you didn't see it, maybe you were busy, who knows. But I'm glad you're here, guys. Thank you. There's about, let's check the landing page. How much time do we have left in this 3D challenge? The deadline is August 31st. I mean, 10 days, right? It's the 21st. You can still make something in 10 days, guys. You can absolutely still make something in 10 days. You can go to the landing page down below, grab the starter files and for your program of choice. And, there's lots of inspiration out there, lots of works in progress on the Discord side of things, which we'll be taking a look at first here on the stream after we intro. And, yeah, I'm so excited for this. This is like our 13th 3D community challenge and probably the one that has the most going into it because we're making a card game together. We've never done anything like this before. We're in uncharted waters, but so far it's going well. The gameplay is very, very fun. We'll be playing some of the game later after works in progress, after some Q&A. And if you can beat me at the card game, then you'll get I'll buy you a physical version of the card game, which will be made from the top 100 artists. The top 5 will be holographic. And we ship to most countries around the world. Links below if you guys want to go check it out. It's very fun. A community-made art game. I don't know if this has been done before. I don't know. But I'm excited about it. If you guys have a question for me, you can always hit me with @pwnisher in the chat. It makes it a little bit easier for me to see, to parse the information in my brain. But I think we're gonna hop right into it. We're gonna get started with the works in progress review. I got some notes for y'all. We got about 12 to 14 renders to talk about. We're gonna play the card game, right? See if a few of you guys can beat me so I can buy you a copy of the game. And then finally we're going to wrap it up with weekly challenge review. There's been some unjudged weekly challenges from the last month or so. So I'll be talking about What was it? What was the theme? Not entity. It was Anomaly. That's right. Yes, Anomaly. Weekly challenge. Oh, snap. I think that's the first super chat of this entire challenge. Mr. Dime, I really appreciate you. Thank you very much for your kindness. Look tired, but nice to see you in good health. Do I really look that tired? I don't know. I feel rested as I'm about to yawn. I have my tea here. Maybe I'm a little tired. I've been working on photogrammetry and Gaussian splats all week, all last week. But I'm chilling. Thanks for the support, my friend. Appreciate you. No, you don't have to be a pro member or anything. I don't even know if there's such a thing on Discord to get feedback. All I'm doing is going into the Gauntlet of Gods feedback channel, and at the very top there's a thread that shows you how to add the tag react on stream. I don't know why I'm doing air quotes. To your piece of art, to your thread, and I'm just going through those at random and picking ones that are, what's the right word? That I have something to say that deserve a little bit of feedback that will help others as well. So, yeah. What the frick? Justin? What's up, dude? Wow. Wow, thanks for joining. That's freaking sick, man. How you doing? That's crazy. Our Warfare days, man. That's a long time ago. Man, this green tea tastes like trash. I don't know what... This is not green tea. Whatever this is not green tea. I'm looking at the @pwnishers here. At the questions. Okay. Collider. My goodness. With the super chat. Thank you, my friend. Very kind of you. Yeah, having fun with the challenge. I'm glad you are. I love seeing what you guys are making. I cannot wait to have all of your art in the game and have it playable. My God, I am counting down the days. But that's sick. I'm glad you're having a good time with it. Thank you for the support, my friend. It really means a lot. It goes a long way. It helps us make more challenges like this, so thank you. Collider, you've been on the server for a long time. Yes, Metatrox, I got you. I think I got your stuff pulled for today on Whip Review. I'm excited to see that you're doing cool stuff, man. You always do great work, so yeah, good to see you here, man. We'll show off your art here, your work in progress very soon. Yes, Metatrox, I'm glad you pre-ordered. Yes, my friend. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you. I can't wait. Play it physically. I cannot wait. It's gonna be so sick. All right, Complex Ace. I'll make an exception for you, okay? You want review, you've been trying for 3 weeks. If you can get your work in progress sent to Sotomonte on Discord, he will send it to me, and I'll add it to the end of this thing. One thing that's going to help me with work in progress review here is if you guys ask me any questions. Also, I just realized, Metatrox, I'm trying to remember if yours was marked as React on stream or not, because I was just curious and I clicked yours, and I think I pulled it. If I didn't pull it, it's because it wasn't marked. No, it's here. That may have been a mistake. I don't know if it was marked React on stream. I was just excited to see your art, and I may have downloaded it. It was? Okay, we're good. Thank you. Sotomonte, appreciate you. But yeah, Complex Ace, get that work in progress sent to Soto Monte. He'll send it to me, and then Soto, he's in my ear. He'll let me know when he sends it. Sweet. Yeah, you can apply some holographic foil render to it. I think Blender Guru just made a video on holographic cards and how you can't render them. I didn't watch it yet, but it's marked on my list. I really want to watch it. It's pretty crazy timing that this came out during the challenge, so it's pretty sweet. But yeah, that's totally fine. You can go for it. Now, there's one more stream before the deadline. In 1 week from now, next Friday, will be, I believe, our last stream before the final deadline. So yeah, I'll be with you guys for one more round. We can get into some specifics on like advice on submitting and just mindset for the last few days. Definitely take your time, you know. Don't submit until next Friday, or rather, let me rephrase that. Don't be in a rush to submit. It's okay if you hadn't submitted by next Friday, by the next stream. Keep working at your art. Keep chipping away. And on next Friday's stream, we can kind of talk about submission process and, you know, what to look out for and all this and that. I did that last stream, but I'll go over it again next week as well. We made a file checker for you guys. And that's going to help you stay out of the pit of despair. We want to keep as many of these renders in the challenge as possible, in the montages rather, as possible. And rescue as many pit of despair submissions as possible. And I think it's time to switch over to Whip Review, talking about pit of despair. Peanut, if you're in the chat, you got 121 frames, my friend. You would fall into the pit. Don't fall into the pit, my friend. Do not do it. But everyone else is looking good. Everyone else is looking good. 120 frames. Soto Monte, why don't you switch me over? All right. So look at this, Peanut. Where are we at? Where are we at? Can we see 121 frames right here? Peanut, you gotta watch out, my friend. Gotta watch out for that extra little frame. It'll sneak up on you. I know it's a work in progress, but it's always good to practice proper exporting habits. You don't want to get used to exporting that extra frame. Okay. Our first one is Bulk. Let's take a look at what Bulk is doing. Bulk, if you're in here, one thing I was gonna tell you guys, I think I got carried away, was if you're in here and I'm talking about your art, please ask me questions about your art, okay? It helps me, you know. Ideally, I'd be up here chatting with you. You'd be on stream with me, which we've done in the past. But this time, I'm just doing it solo. If you're here, Bulk, please let me know. And hit me with any @pwnisher questions. And if you guys could keep the @pwnisher questions to a minimum here. And keep the floor clear for the artist whose art I'm reviewing, so I can kind of talk with them a little bit. What up, Visual? I agree, it does look sick, and they chose Rally. When played, you may deal 1 damage to a card for each color. Now, I think, no, not Rally. It's not Rally. We updated Explode again. We just tweaked the slight little word. So if you use Explode, grab the new overlay. And we tweaked Swarm, I believe. Yes, we tweaked Swarm. So if you're using Swarm, make sure you got the new card overlay. But this is sick. I love it. I am colorblind, okay? I'll intro with that. The purple and the blue guy is looking a little similar to me. Maybe you can make them a little bit more saturated. I don't know, just a little bit. Or desaturate the background so their color pops a little bit more. They're just very bright, you know? But, I don't know what I'm talking about. This looks awesome. I'm trying to figure out what they're doing, though. Is it a disco party? Are they partying hard? Or are they like... Okay, it looks like they're fighting some dudes. Over here, we got some fighting. They're like taking down the mainframe? Is that what it is? I don't know. Is the dude in the foreground like... What is he trying to do? I would just love a little bit more clarity as to what is going on. Now, I know you literally have it typed out here. Attempting hack, please wait. But what if you missed that, like me, you know? I almost wonder if he should be connecting the cables as opposed to pulling them apart. You know? Yeah, just a little bit of clarity on the story I think would help. What does it say over here? Something about task force? Completed task something? Power spy? I don't know what that means. It's so quick. Power off. Powering down, okay. It's almost like I need to see the power go down if they're doing that. Or like there needs to be a big old like electrical pop or something and it darkens the background, I don't know. Yes, the whips are chosen randomly. I mean, I am going through and like deciding to pick some and not deciding to pick others I look at, but I am looking at them from top to bottom, basically, going down as far as I can. And trying to pull ones that I hadn't seen yet. But this is sick, man. I love this. I wonder, it's very busy, right? It's very busy. I'm wondering if you can get a bit more dynamics to it. Have a bit more contrast in terms of like visual noise, because it's just like intense the whole time. Like this top bit is just going insane. I wonder if like it starts off and it pops on or something, or you also have this thing down at the bottom. I think really what I'm trying to say is I'm just having a hard time tracking the story. I thought it was a disco party. I really did. So yeah, I would just look at that. Try and consider clearing up the story just a touch. Yes, it is too late for feedback currently. All right, next up we got Ethan. Cool. All right. So here's what I do first off. I would pull this character toward the camera a little bit more. I feel like you need to fill up this card overlay a bit more with him. You can be closer. I love what you're doing with the freeze effect on the card. I think that's super sick. Absolutely love that. I love your colors. Those pastels are really nice, very painterly. I like your effects here, the little wind effect and the little swing on the arm, I think is really cool. It feels a little empty in the middle. Right up in here, I'm just kind of like waiting. And I would love for there to be some activity, something happening. Why are they doing this? That's my first question. And it looks like you have a river here. I was going to say, like, you should put a river there so he freezes the river. But I don't see the river here. And maybe that could actually be the thing you're missing. Maybe the river kind of curves into the foreground. Right here. Right, and we see something in the river that's getting away. And he's freezing it so that he can, like, get to it or something. I don't know. But yeah, I like, it's just story, really. It's story and just a little bit of middle of the render just feels a little empty. That's all. This is great. What else? I'm looking at the background. I wonder if you'd be able to lift these trees up just a little bit so we can see the background a touch. Touch more. I'm trying to think. I had another idea too. What was it? Oh, it was the animation. It was just a moment, like right when he puts his feet together. Feels a little stiff or something. Your poses are solid. All the poses are great. I'm trying to think. I think it's like this frame here. It's almost like this pose feels a little weird. It's almost like you just need to tweak like this. The legs need to be closer together, or like a knee needs to be raised or something, or I don't know. It feels like they're leaning back, like they're just using their abs to like keep themselves in this position. I think it's that frame, yeah, because the rest of it looks sick. Like that pose is totally fine. This looks beautiful. Your fingers are looking great. This pose here looks awesome. Right, you definitely know what you're doing. Definitely a good animator. Yeah, Metatrox, maybe a touch of saturation. A little bit. Yeah, character needs to be closer. Agreed. Yep. Let's see. And if you are in here, who's the artist here? Ethan, if you're in here with us, like, give me a shout out in chat. Hit me with an pwnisher. That goes for all the artists I'm reviewing here today. It'll be helpful to talk with you and like kind of get your 2 cents on your piece. Yeah, the ice on the card looks great. One of the rules was, or FAQs rather, was like, can I adjust the card overlay? And the answer was, as long as it remains mostly intact and mostly legible, then yes. And you've done it, my friend. We can still read the card. It looks awesome. Really nice work here. Ayosetsu. Sweet. Jurian. What's going on with Jurian? Are you with us, Jurian? This is looking sick. Very sick. A couple notes off the top of my head. I feel like we mentioned this on the first stream too, the first whip stream. I would love a little bit more more guttural flap and I don't know, what do you call that? Just I want to see these little pieces of saliva flapping faster. It's just too slow. Like I think it's the slow-mo is too hard for this thing. Godzilla can go rah and stay in place and still be normal speed, right? I'm just feeling that. I feel it so hard. Like, get a little bit of that would be sweet. More flapping. It's just more energy. It's more visceral that way. Our Rage 5 is dangerous in game. That's hitting for 10 if it's enraged. My next note is this guy up here. Just silhouette the guy. I'd move this mountain over to the right so he's silhouetted up against the sky. I think it'll really help this dude pop. Your animation on the creature is incredible. It's very well done. Your atmosphere looks great. Yeah, the dudes in the foreground running in look awesome. One note. What other note did I have? I know I had another note. Oh, I think it was color. It all feels very much the same. Like the orange red together. It's too close. Like it's too close together. And it needs a bit of color contrast. And I think maybe consider cooling off your shadows perhaps, or cooling off the skin of this giant. Or have the people in blue or something. It just needs some color contrast. The red and the orange are too close. And I know red may feel right for the card border, but I'm always trying new card borders to see just what fits color-wise with my scene, right? Purple might look cooler in this, or a yellow might look cooler with this. Don't feel trapped to one card border, all right? Another note I'm seeing is a little bit of motion blur. It looks like this arrow is just falling out of the sky. It's just dropping to the ground. I think there's another arrow that's fired at some point. So I would just watch the motion blur on that arrow. Maybe even remove it. It's not really doing much. Yeah, that second arrow comes in. It's not doing much. Maybe the inside of its throat is glowing, like it's charging a shot or something. Just trying to give this a little bit more flair, what you could do for that. But yeah, man, this is looking great. I think the foreground is looking a little thin, though. Looks a little thin. I would just keep working at the foreground. Like, you got the camp back here with the tents and stuff. I would just add some more variety, like, to the foreground, to the foliage, more bushes, more rocks. Because you have to think, like, what's the story here? Did they have a camp back here? And they have these, like, barricade, or like, they're kind of like little barricades, right? So, keeping the enemy out. But, like, are these knights part of this camp back here? Because how did this thing get here is one question. Like, did they just have this thing captive for a while? And then they put the barricades in? Or did the barricades come first and then they trap this thing? So, like, would there be barricades that are destroyed and stuff? Or just trying to think a little bit more about the story. But yeah, man, this is cool. The mountains back here could probably use a little bit of detail. Maybe throw some snow on the top of those things. Have some snow trickle down into the foreground. Could be a cool way to contrast some stuff. It feels like it's just kind of like one texture over the whole mountain. I would definitely take a look at some reference and see what you can do to add some more stuff back there. But you're doing great. This is looking really nice. Very, very nice. Kai is next. Let's take a look at Kai. Oh, the rescue dog. Yeah. Nice. So my first two notes for you, Kai. Well, first off, I love the blue card border. I think that pops really well with the red. And hey, it could be purple. I'm colorblind. No, that's blue. That's blue. Yeah, very cool. You're hitting that slow-mo nicely. So, two things that strike me right in the beginning here is the position of the dog in the frame. I would have them higher up in the frame. Up here, maybe a little closer. You're going to need to move your scene around, right? You don't want to touch the camera. Move your scene to position the dog in frame. Just fill the frame with the dog, okay? This is the hero. It feels a little weird that they're just smack in the middle like that. with all this empty space up here, right? So frame them up a little bit better, a little tighter. And my second note off the top is the slow-mo moment that you're hitting is too slow. Like, you're just stopping and holding, right? If you want to do something like this, right, you're pulling the character going, but what I would do is instead of I would go like this and keep the motion moving, keep the momentum going, right, and follow through, because the dead stop feels a little weird. Those are my two big notes for you, is composition and a little bit of animation there. But this is cool. I like it. I mean, maybe this giant tree is like blocking a little bit of story information. I might move this tree over to the left a little bit so that we can see that we're at a crash site, because I can't really tell that that's the case here. Right in the beginning. But yeah, man, this is cool. I'm trying to think of anything else. I love the collar with the barrel with a little medical sign. That's great. I love the colors. What else? Yeah, I think the wing here and the way the snow meets this wing just needs a little bit of work. Let me see if I can't demonstrate this really quick for you. So, let's see. Give me one sec. Sotomonte, don't you worry. Okay. Where's my border? Where am I at? I'm at here. Here. Okay. So, no. Just leave it like this. I'll make it work. So let's say you just, here's a plane, and it's a snowy plane, and there's a rock sitting here, right? Now, I think this is just going off the top of my head. Use reference, first and foremost, use reference. But I think it would be more, instead of like just a flat line around the object in the snow, I feel like the snow would kind of more do a thing like this, where if we have the rock here, the snow is going to kind of like dip down like this. Right? And it's going to like bury this rock a little bit more. It's going to be sunken into the snow a little bit more. It's not going to be a hard line. It's going to be more of a fall off like this. Like if you look at a profile view or something, let's say we have like a log cabin, and this is one of the structural beams of this log cabin, and it just snowed a whole bunch. The snow isn't just going to be like right up against the thing. It's probably going to do one of these where it goes like down like this, and it kind of fills in like that. So I would consider looking at some reference for the way the snow is riding up against this wing, especially how much snow has fallen since the crash too. That's another thing to consider. But yeah, you're doing good work. Doing good work, my friend. All right, Kazan. Kazan, what you got? This is cool. I dig your texture style. Love the painterly effect. Yeah, I mean, it seems like you're a pretty good animator too. You know what you're doing. Definitely a work in progress still, right? So I'll definitely keep that in mind. I'd say biggest thing right now is just, well, the card overlay. You need the card overlay in your render, so make sure you include that. When it snaps to the character, it's a bit jarring, right? And I see what you're doing. You're trying to like, because normally the camera goes in here and you're trying to like snap it to this character up here. Okay. Yeah, I wonder if there's a smoother way. There's a way to smooth that out. You could do a thing maybe where like its head gets pressed down into the foreground a bit more, right? So he lands on the head and pushes it down, right? And it goes. And that way you don't have to snap the camera up like you're doing. And that was my main note on this thing. I like the painterly effect. Curious to see how you keep this vibe going into the background, onto the suit. Definitely some more work still needs to be done on this thing, but I like what you're doing. It's cool. Sweet. I'm trying to think if I got any other notes. Visual, let's see what you got to say. Instead of jumping right to it, it slowly moves down. Yeah, or like it's moving down as the slow-mo moment or something. Yeah, we got the intersecting rope. I'm not too worried about that. It is pretty work in progress, you know. The shoe as well, right? Also, what's the story here? Who is this character and how are they related to this character and what are they trying to do? All things to consider. But the robot design is cool. And the painterly effect is cool. I'm intrigued. Keep it up, my friend. Keep it up. Keep it up. Metatrox. Yes. Oh, nice. I love the rain on the card overlay. That's fun. Very, very fun. Love the colors. I wonder if you can go with a purple card border. I think that might pop with the green really nicely. I feel like the little creepy crawly guys blend into the terrain a whole bunch. I wonder if you can do something to like make them pop out from that a little bit more. It just looks like they're made from the same material as the beach. Assuming it's a beach. Ah, that's cool. Let's check the motion blur. Gosh. I wonder what would happen if you like took the card frame and disabled motion blur for the card frame. That would look weird. It might look weird. Instead of like, also another thing to consider, like instead of like a super high frequency, really tight camera shake, what if you went with more of something a bit more chunkier to fit this character who just lands? Instead of like a, it's more like a kind of a thing, like more on springs a little bit. What else? What else? The slow-mo moment. I almost feel like the main character you have is turning away from the camera right when they're being featured. And it's like, oh, I want them to be in a cool pose. I want them to strike a cool pose in that moment. You know, maybe their hand comes up and they're like, move forward as the slow-mo moment. Because right now it's like your slow-mo moment is this. But instead it should be like, or could be like, they land and they're like, move forward or something. Or they're aiming their gun. They're aiming their gun and like scanning the horizon or something, just striking a pose. Anything but them just turning away from the camera in that moment, I think would feel better. I wonder if there's a thing you can do to separate the human with the robot. Like, if the human is a bright green and the robot is a slightly darker green. Because, like, the human, the robot, and the car are kind of getting jumbled together, right? And, maybe if you just make the car, the robot, and the human, well, humanoid, rather, varying levels of that green as it gets brighter into the foreground or something. I don't know. Ooh, okay, so it's alien vibes. I see the egg. I wonder if you get this egg a little closer in the foreground. Because I didn't know about these eggs. I didn't see the egg, really. Having some of those little egg tendrils right here in the foreground too would be nice. To get that story across. Get this thing closer in. These tendrils here, they should be like up in here. Just for more story. Trying to think. The depth of field might be a little strong. Yeah, the green of the gun is kind of blending into the green of the chest piece. But I like green, black, and purple as a vibe. It's just like trying to balance them all so they can be easily readable. Yeah, because you have to consider what frame you're going to use Metatrox for your 2D card, right? Are you going to use this frame? And like, keep in mind, if you were to like hide your card overlay here, stay about this frame, you could absolutely remove the depth of field for the card and just have everything be in focus. That's totally fine. But yeah, like, would this be your frame, or would this be your frame, you know? I guess that's one other reason, just to find that, like, strike that pose with the character in the foreground. Maybe these little gauntlet gun blasters could be spinning up and charging up or something too. But it just depends on where you want to draw the eye. You're asking, can the animation be shifted some for the 2D? I think as long as it's very small, very, very small. Like, you don't want, like, to do a completely different thing for your 2D card submission. We want it to keep it as close to the 3D card, or the 3D submission and the 2D submission as possible. But if you need to make small tweaks to, like, you know, have it fit for the card, that's totally fine. And that will need to be a thing for like a handful of renders. Stuff that's popping out of the card, etc., etc. So yeah, little tweaks is fine. But yeah, man, doing great work as always. I don't know if I have anything else. I don't know what this thing is. Is that a bomb? Don't know. I think lighting wise feels like even across the board. I'm wondering if you can, like, what parts you can hide in shadow and what parts you can spotlight. I like this world though. It feels very tangible. That's sick, man. Good stuff. All right, Austero. Yes. Okay. Austero. First note, make sure you grab the new card overlay for Explode. Yes, we changed it again. I promise no more changes, guys. No more changes. But we changed it to when defeated. Just because that kind of goes with more of our card terminology than when destroyed. It's not the biggest deal if you don't include it. But if you can, just know to grab that, okay? We also changed Swarm. That's a big one. We updated it to just have a little bit more agency in battle. So if you're using Swarm, make sure you grab the new card overlay for that. Okay, my 2 notes on this right off the top. The frame is obscured way too much, I think, in this moment. From... Oh, I'm going backwards. Hold on. From here... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 frames. There's like nothing going on. It's too much. It's too busy. Also, like the compression on this is insane. Like, try and export for your works in progress and for your final render, please export a higher quality, higher bitrate file. I don't want any of this compression going on. It's hard to read, you know? I can't tell what's happening behind all the compression. And my second note is your final pose. I can't tell what this person looks like. I can't read their silhouette. They just kind of look like a blob. Like, in my mind, it looks like this. They're like... I don't know what that is. So I would work on your pose. I would work on your pose and finding a nice dynamic pose that feels good and is easily readable. Look at comic books. There's so many out there. Look at people with capes. There's a lot out there. You know, find a pose that looks sick. I don't know, maybe even one of your earlier poses looked a little bit better, I think. This one's just hard to read. Also, it's a little difficult to read the name of your character. A little difficult to read the name of your character. So I would just, you know, kind of work on that a little bit. Yeah, those are the main ones. I like the green and purple. Good vibes for sure. Consider the purple card border. See if that feels good or feels better than green. Definitely test that out. I'm trying to think what's happening in the scene. Who are these people? I can't tell with the compression. I cannot tell. I'd also consider... Looks like you have some Toon vibes going as well. I'd consider using those Toon vibes on the people throwing the spear as well. But yeah, those are the main notes for you. Those are the main notes. Too much foreground messiness, and work on your final pose. It's a little bit hard to read. Love the colors. Love the energy. Keep it up. Paul! Paul has been doing these 3D challenges since, for a long time. A long time. I mean, I'd definitely say he probably has 10 under his belt. Yes, no problem. Osteo. All right, Paul, if you're in here. So my first question is always story. Right? You got the lighting, you got the render quality. That dress looks great. I don't know if that's a Marvelous designer, but it's looking nice. Story. What's happening here? Why is this character so happy? I'm just trying to think, like, there's definitely someone dead in the foreground. I don't know if they killed them or not. But if they did, I might try and connect it with the character somehow. Are they holding a blade? Are they throwing knives? Are they, something? There's a king up there that looks dead. Did they kill the king as well? I don't know. I also feel like the spot that they're starting their animation in feels a bit arbitrary. I don't know why they're starting there versus like starting from front and center. Is there a reason they're not like centered up with those stairs? Like, why are they taking this angled path? And I know it's because you want to like feature them at an angle like this, but if you could justify it a little bit more, I think that would be nice. Like, are they stepping around bodies and they can't take the straight path? You know what I mean? Like, have a few more bodies in the way. Maybe that could help. I think color-wise, feels a little desaturated. You had the red carpet version. I actually kind of preferred the red carpet version a bit better. It felt a bit more vibrant, a bit more opulent. I'd try and lock in some sort of card color at this point in the game just to start to feel out how the card color changes things. The character is also pretty obscured in the beginning, right? They're really in the shadows and they're blending in to the stairs, and I feel like it'd be nice to kind of see them the entire time. It does feel a little dark. I wonder if you can kind of boost that main spotlight on them. More samples, of course. Obviously, it's a work in progress, but we want to try and keep this final submission as denoised as, I guess denoised as possible. As many samples as possible. Ooh, blood on the footprints. More blood might help overall. Blood on the footprints. I like that. Holding the crown would be nice. Okay, yeah. Yeah, if the king was dead with a knife on the chest. Let's see. Or holding the king's head in the back arm. That would be actually pretty terrifying. Yeah, the dead king should be more visible. Yeah, maybe a little. It's a little heavy on the right side. I think if you did something with that backhand, like if you're gonna do the king's head in the backhand, like that could help that. Bloody Footprints is a good one. But yeah, Paul, keep it up. Keep it up, man. Just gotta boost the story. That's it. You're doing everything else pretty nice, man. Pretty good. Just boost that story. Clarity, clarity, clarity. It's the hardest part, really. Penguin. Penguin is next. Ooh, look at this. Ah, oh, very visceral. Very fun. I like that. Cool. Very cool. All right, I had a note. What was my note for this? Always consider a different card border color. Don't get locked in. Purple might be better for you. Yellow might be better for you. The slow-mo moment is great. I think the animation at the top is a little chunky. Might be able to smooth out that just a bit. The trees compared to the size of this character feel so small. So small. So I would look at that. Feels a little thin as well. The sky, I think, is the biggest thing that's getting me. Man, you could do so much with that sky. There was an Infinite Journeys render. I think it was a top 5 Infinite Journeys render. It was animated toon style of a girl like looking out into the clouds from like a little caravan thing. There was a character reading a book in the foreground on the right. A little mushroom hat, big old mushroom head kind of thing. The sky there is very painterly, very golden hour, beautiful clouds. Like, I don't know, you could be doing a lot more with the clouds up here. Try some sort of golden hour situation. I think it would serve you a lot better than what you have here. But the these frames are cool. Love the impact frames. Zipping around. The card is fun. Work your colors, you know? Is there another color that would work better than red here? Would purple work better? Right? Start messing with your colors here. Start messing with your colors. Don't get locked in. This energy effect is really cool. I like it. Yeah, I love that line of energy you have going throughout your scene. It's very fun. Sick. Keep it up. Work on your colors. Change that sky out. Please change the sky. Gotta get something nice and pretty back there. Right now it just looks like a bunch of mud. I don't know what. Yeah, check your scene scale, check the animation here in the beginning. Find reference for yourself. Find reference. Shoot reference of yourself if you have to. That's cool. Purple, yeah, I'm a fan of purple. Sir Audrey. Oh man, this one is so sick. God dang. What can we say about this? You added that character in. We talked about this last week. All the blood everywhere is really nice. I would almost put some more dudes behind him, like he slashed through a couple of guys. Maybe back here. I love the foreground dude with the sword in him. That's so nice. Trying to think. See the arrow. I wonder if you can have the arrow feel a bit more chaotic and like kind of all over the place. If you look at Princess Mononoke, when the town gets attacked and they start running and he's firing arrows at people, attacking villagers in the fields. Those arrows, man, they feel like they're crazy. I wonder if you'd be able to add a little bit of that to this arrow. Maybe consider the arrow kind of flying in a touch earlier, a few frames earlier, so it's like it's arrow and then the camera goes. I'd mess with that. Is there any blue or like turquoise or cyan that you can pull out of these shadows in the trees, just to give it a bit more saturation? I'm gonna try something really quick. Let's try thank you, Soto. A little bit of that, maybe. Color boost. A little bit of that, maybe. Right. Before and after. Just give it a little bit of pop to it. Could be nice. See. I don't know. Something cool like that, maybe. Just an idea. What else? I don't know. I don't know if I got anything else, man. This is solid. Maybe some foreground business here. It's pretty empty. Just a little something, maybe. I don't know. But man, this is crazy good. Really nice. Keep it up, my friend. Keep it up. Yeah, I'd also, try some different card border colors too. This is the time to experiment. It's really easy to experiment with different ones. Yeah, I like her swing. I dig the swing. Stefan. Wow, Stefan. Really, really great. You're clearly an animator, and it shows. I love the painterly style. My biggest note here was color. Try some different colors. See if a different card border color would pop better. Would yellow work better? Would purple work better? Maybe green? I don't know. You don't know until you try it. It's a lot of red. It's a lot of red. Maybe give her dress a color pop. Have it be purple, maybe. Have it be blue. Maybe yellow. Because right now it feels just a little too red. It's like red on red on red. And there's like 10 different shades of red into orange. It's just a lot of red orange, you know what I mean? So I think you can mess with the colors a little bit. Find some nice color balance, some color contrast. Yeah, I love this. This style is incredible. Very nice. Yeah, I mean, honestly, dude, color is my only note. And maybe you could have the character a touch closer to camera and to the left a little bit. Camera left, so that their sword is kind of poking through the card. You do it a little bit right here. You do it a little bit. But like as the camera orbits, the character is moving their arm. It almost feels like the character is moving their arm because they're aware of the camera. I don't know. I'd leave it poking through the card just a little bit. And maybe do a little swing on the tip of the sword. Like a ding or something. It's really nice. Very well done. Blade Dancer. Went with the Duelist. Very nice. Oh yeah, Tyler Gibbons. Thank you. Shoutouts to Tyler Gibbons from Infinite Journeys. Yeah. That dude is so talented. So kind as well. But yeah, I mean, you're killing it here. You're killing it. Just, I mean, story makes sense. Animation is incredible. Style is great. Just work the color a little bit. I think that's the only thing. Experiment with different colors. Triss. What do you got for us? Oh, this is fun. This dude is made of sugar. You're gonna get more sugar in your coffee, okay? You cannot escape more sugar in your coffee when this dude is around, okay? My first note. The white of your card color is a little dim. So I would bring that white value up. Experiment with the card border overlay as well, the card color overlay. Everyone should do this. Please, please, please. It just feels a little muted, little desaturated, and I think this just needs to come up a little bit. I think it's set to an emissive in Blender if you're in Blender. Same for Unreal, you can boost that just a touch. Support 1, always down for a support 1. Okay, support 2 even. What do we got here? I mean, I don't know. This is great. This is great. When you render your final, just watch out for these artifacts up here. Right, looking a little chunky, a little sandy. It's a little noisy up in these crystals. I throw some more computing power at it. Some surface imperfections on the spoon would be nice. This liquid sim you got going here on the coffee or on the milk is like top notch. It looks so good. Yeah, this is great. It'd be nice to know what this is here. I have no idea. This could be anything. It could be a giant guitar pick. It could be a foam, a foam like... No, it's probably not foam. Because it's very reflective. I don't know why. I just think giant guitar pick. That's all I got. Is there anything else you can put here? Like maybe some fruit? You know? Some oranges, orange slices with some subsurface. A bowl of straw. I see you got strawberries and blueberries maybe. A little plate of blueberries and strawberries could be cool. It's a phone. I don't know why I don't read a phone. Yeah, I don't know, that's about all I got, my friend. This is cool. I like the punny name. Very nice. Another thing to consider. Would white sugar here read better in your scene versus the brown sugar? Would it contrast better with everything else you got? Maybe not, because you got these plates here, but just another thing to consider. Would that pop better? Would it feel better? Just something to think about. I dig it. Good job, Tristan. All right, Wyatt. What do we got? All right, roller coaster scene. Very cool. I think I had... What did I have a note on this? I had some sort of note. I think lighting feels a little... feels a little dead. I don't know, like there'd be more reflections on this thing, or like I think the thing is it feels like it's coming from one source. Like one flat light off to the left here. Like it needs some more bounce light or something. I'd check your colors too. Would a blue border work better? A green border? I think you can have the roller coaster rail feel like, I don't know, maybe like a bright green or something. I'd work the colors, a bit more vibrancy on the actual car too. It just feels very dark. Have fun with the colors, man. Have fun with the colors. What else? What else would I say here? The shirt's great. I like your slow-mo moment. It makes sense to choose that. I wonder if, like, foreground-wise, you could have, like, a line of people waiting or something, or, like, a fence there with some people pointing, just to fill it out a little bit more. And, you know, another thing that would be cool, too, is to track this roller coaster a bit more in your scene, because, like, it looks like the scene is kind of lifeless and dead until we hit this moment. I bet you could be doing some cool lighting stuff back here. Like, it's taking pictures all through that whole loop so that we see this thing coming and our eye is focused on that point. Because when you zoom out right now, I'm kind of like looking at this foreground where nothing's really happening. And the actual car comes from darkness. And I think we just need to see it a bit more clearly as we track it through this thing. Yeah, some colorful lights in the background. It just feels a bit dark. Anything else? Anything else? Yeah, sunset. Honestly, like, instead of nighttime, yeah, maybe try like golden hour or something. Just work with different lighting setups. It's always like, don't get locked in. You don't have to get locked into one vibe at this point. It's 3D. We can change it, right? So yeah, mess with some different lighting conditions, right? If it's nighttime, you gotta put a moon in here somewhere. Gotta have a moon somewhere in your scene if it's night. But yeah, try golden hour or something. That might bring some life back into the lighting a bit more. The sunglasses flying off his face in the slow-mo moment could be cool. Yeah, I could see that. Or like a hat. Have a hat coming off. Little hat just like flying off. Could be nice. The more stuff you have flying around, the better in that slow-mo moment. Sweet. Sweet. All right, Peanut. What do we got? Who does this guy look like? What's the guy from Star Wars? I forget his name. What's the actor's name? I don't know. What's the guy's name? Adam Driver. Yes. Yeah, I got Adam Driver vibes. Why is the man barefoot? Give the man some shoes. Nice lighting. Trying to think. What is the story here? So I guess he's like, he's got superpowers and this fireman is trying to stop him? Or is it just a post-apocalyptic gas mask guy? I guess. I feel like the camera shake and the motion blur is a little intense. I think you can probably walk that back a little bit. Also, you might be able to get some white value back in the text of your card. Yeah, the character. I feel like the character is a little funky. I don't know why he doesn't have shoes on. The shirt is just a plain gray t-shirt you'd find at like Target, you know, or something. I feel like he just needs a bit more something going on with this guy. Like punk rock him out or something. Give him a spiky, like some spiky shoulders or something. Like I think he just needs a little bit more work on his design. We got cards flying around here, all the different challenges. Master of the challenges, okay. I see you. The foreground here feels a little empty. You gotta throw something in here, traffic cones or something. Are we on the street? Like, I don't know technically where we're at. We're in the city for sure, but I don't know if you need this rack focus either, because we can't really read the card. It's upside down for one. It's a bit distracting. I feel like you could keep the focus on the dude in the foreground. And if you are gonna rack focus to these cards, like, have it be for a story reason. Have it be legible, right? Because right now it's just kind of like noise, right? Yeah, and then the camera shake's a little heavy. We talked about that. You have some lightning going on here, but it's really thin. Lightning is hard to do. You know, a lot of those 80s movies, 90s movies, that stuff was hand painted in. It takes a lot of time, right? But I think the lightning here, you could probably either lose it entirely or feature it, because it's so tiny down here. It's just like so hidden. And it has no effect really over the scene. So I'd reference some old movies. You know, we talked about Big Trouble in Little China on VFX Artist React a couple weeks ago. A few weeks ago at this point. And we talked about the hand-painted lightning. I'd use that as reference if you're going to do that. The Mythic 13. Yeah, he has all the cards in his possession. Okay. Also, you see these cards, how they're spinning? I wouldn't stop them. It's like they have an easy ease keyframe right at the end of your submission. Keep them spinning. Keep the slow-mo spin going. They're also the most vibrant things in your scene, and I don't know if they need to be. It's really drawing the eye to like this point right here. Such a small little thing. We know it's the Gauntlet of Gods challenge, you know. You don't have to highlight it so much. We get the idea that this dude's that got all the cards. Maybe give him some cards in his hand. I don't know. Maybe they go into his hand and he's holding all the cards, while some others kind of fly around or something. Also, look at your alpha on the card. We have this little corner tip here, which technically we shouldn't be seeing that. I don't know, that was a lot. That was a lot to throw at you, my friend. Yeah, the Gauntlet of Gods logo above the Gauntlet of Gods logo is a little much. It's a little much, personally. But I think, yeah, I threw too much at you. Or just the right amount. We got 2 more. And we can answer questions. Oh, is that Link? All right. I like the magnetic axe vibe. That's fun. So I think the reason I pulled this one was to bring up the brightness of your card overlay. It's really hard to read. Like, it should be as bright as this energy trail. And what else? What else? I love that you just have a screenshot for the background. That's great. Can you separate some of those elements, right? It's very dark, it's very dim. It feels like we're in a cardboard box that has a lamp just hanging right above it. So I would work your lighting a little bit, I'd work your colors a little bit. It doesn't feel like we're outside. Try lighting it with an HDRI. A single HDRI, perhaps. That might help you. What else? Yeah, I love the hair animation you got going. This is cool. Instead of it kind of like folding back down over itself, I like the way it's curling up on itself. It feels like it's just kind of like flopping back. It's almost revert. Yeah, you're reversing it. I feel like it would furl in a different way. It'd kind of like what's the word? It'd be like some sort of wave going through the hair. Right now, it's just kind of like bending back. Maybe keep this energy going. And have this be your end frame for the hair. Maybe you can curl it up a little bit more or something. I'd probably get rid of this thing out here. It's a little distracting. Give your axe some texture. Please texture your axe. You know, you might be able to have some enemies in the foreground here. Because currently it looks like they're just doing a dance in the middle of nowhere. Having these little enemies in the foreground would help justify why they're grabbing that axe. That's funny, it looks like Dark Link to me. But it's like robotic, it's like Robo Dark Link or something. With the flappy hat. That's cool. Sweet. And then I think we got one more. Complex Ace, you were looking for feedback. let me grab this. See if I can find the original. Okay. Feedback for you. It's hard to give feedback on something that is that's not textured, because I don't know what you want feedback on. Are you still in the chat? Can you ask me questions? I'd be curious to hear what you want feedback on. I will say, for one, I don't know what they're doing. Story-wise. Story? I don't know what's happening. Story-wise. Like, it looks like they're helping they're killing someone. But wait, no, they're helping someone. But actually someone's like, no, don't help them. And then they do a handstand and drink from a flower. I don't know what's happening. I think you just gotta simplify, my friend. Complex Ace, can you give me anything else? They can cure red back to yellow. I don't know. I think I just need more. I like, it's not in a state where I can really give feedback. Are they doing a handstand? Why are they doing a handstand? I don't know. And I don't know what red and yellow has to do with good or bad or curing or anything. So I guess I'm just confused. I don't really know what's happening. I don't know if that's because it's not done, or there's too much going on. But yeah, I mean, unless Complex, unless you have anything else to add, I'm gonna move on here. So I would ask questions now if you can. I think you're gonna have to show why red and yellow are bad and good. Yeah, I wish I can give you a little bit more. It's tough. No, I can't check the thread right now. Just the way with everything set up, I've got all my stuff set up. So maybe later. But I wish I could help you more, my friend. Work on that story. Work on that story. I think the fact that I cannot tell what's happening from watching it should be a hint enough that whatever you have going on in your head, I'm sure you have an idea in your head. It's just not being communicated here. So I would simplify it if you can. It might just be too much. It might be too complicated. What's the simplest way to tell that story? And I think it's Q&A time, guys. While we play the game, while we play the card game. So, you guys want to win free win. That's a little redundant. If you want to win a physical copy of the Gauntlet of Gods card game that is going to be built from the top 100 submissions, then come battle me. Go to play.gauntletofgods.com, link in the description, and if you can beat me, I will get you a copy of the game. You'll need to Discord me or email me if you win, and just hit find a match, and it'll pair us up. Sam face. Let's go, my friend. Q&A while we play. If you guys have any questions, hit me with an @pwnisher. Can you add camera shake? Absolutely. Yes, you can. Next week will be the final feedback session, y'all. And you know, there's not much we can do after next week. I'm gonna try and not like hit you with a bunch of notes, because there'll only be 3-ish days left, 2 days left before the deadline. So I'll try and keep the feedback to little small stuff, and I'll help you guys again with the 3D animation process, getting it to a 2D card submission. I went over that last stream, so if you guys are curious about that, go check out last week's stream. Can you angle your entire scene to make it look as the camera is coming from above? Yeah, that's fine. As long as it's the same camera move, you're good. I appreciate you, my friend. I appreciate you for sure. Glad it's helpful for you. And yeah, I mean, all of these bits of feedback that I'm given, you guys can apply this stuff to your renders as well. So I hope it is helpful for everybody. If our render interacts with or occludes parts of the card, does the card component of the submission need to have the card frame untampered with? Yes. Yes, you cannot tweak the card frame in the 2D card submission. It's, you got your flat art, your final art, and you got your final art here, and then you have your 2D card overlay on top, and that's your submission right there. You're not going to be tweaking it and going into Photoshop and like scratching it and all that. None of that. No more reviews, guys, today. So don't ask me anymore. I'm done. Done with reviews. We're playing the game. We're doing Q&As. No more review questions. Can you use a different language on the card for the champion name and created by? I would use English, please. We want to keep this stuff in English. Por favor. And I believe that's game. GG's, my friend. Sam face, GG's. No! Misclick. Brutal. In the animation, can you add cracks to the card overlay like glass or small breaking bits? Yes, as long as the card overlay remains mostly intact and mostly legible, you're good to go. You cannot eviscerate your card overlay or burn it to a crisp. We still need to read it, and it still needs to generally be there in the place it should be. So yeah, some cracks is fine. It kind of like cracking and kind of separating slightly is okay, as long as we can still read it. As long as it's still there, you're good. All right, who's gonna battle me? Let's go find a match. Pollardos. I don't know what's so hard to say. Trapper 1, get wrecked. There's no way you can play anything. Unless you have a 1. Oh, I'm glad. Complex Ace, I'm glad I could help. Yes. Do you think there's enough time to make something for top 100? Maybe. I'm sure someone out there who lives on this plane of existence can do it. I don't know. I don't know how many, I don't know your situation. I don't know what you got going on, but maybe. But hey, don't worry about trying to get top 100. Just have fun. Make something for the challenge. It doesn't have to be top 100. Your art will be in this card game, in this in this digital version of this card game, no matter what. If you submit something that passes the tech specs, you'll be good to go. Okay, so you're asking, your 3D animation has motion blur, as probably a lot of ours does, right? But for the 2D card submission, you're wondering if you can turn off motion blur. Yes, that's preferred, actually. Turn off motion blur. Yes, that would be fantastic. Please do that. We want the card to be legible. We want the card to be crisp, and there aren't really any cards out there with motion blur unless the motion blur is tuned very specifically. But yeah, that's totally fine. Happy birthday, 20 days late. 22? It was July 31st, so I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Thank you. They're 35 years old. 35. Crazy. I'm like almost halfway dead. That's insane. What up, Manishka? What type of color blindness do I have? I don't know if there's like a type that it's called, but it's like, I think it's red-green color blindness. Like browns are kind of tough for me, but some purples and blues. I don't know. It's all difficult. We should take a colorblind test together at some point. Oh, with the pacify, it's so good, so good. Ooh, touche, my friend. No, the card ability, color choice, and power level have nothing to do with top 100 being chosen. Nope. Ah! Failed to reanimate. Brutal. Oh, I knew I should have attacked. Oh, man. Oh, man. Not a good place to be. Wow. Ay, ay. This might be game here, Palu. Yo, owner, what's up? That is the intent. Yep. Yep, I want to make an Unreal version of this game. 100%. Wait a second, hold on. Am I blasted and kill that hunt? Oh, I'm definitely dead. I'm 100% dead. GG's, my friend. GG's. Pollardos, you got yourself a physical version of the game, my friend. Congratulations. Well, at least if you hit the attack button, you will. If you could screen cap this, please, and email me. You can find my email in the little contact me situation on my YouTube channel. Hit me with where you live, your country. Hit me with your Discord name and your full name. And I'll get that info over to the CREO team, and we'll get you a physical version of the game when it comes out later next year. I really appreciate you, my friend. Heck yeah, way to go. Let's do it. Let's go again. Who else can defeat me? I gotta focus. I really do. Flower Studios, let's go. Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of goals for the game, and it's going to be around forever. And my plan is to just keep chipping away at this. It's a community effort, and yeah, a rank system would be sweet. We're just going to keep upgrading it, right? This is like the first version of it right here, and we just want to make it better, make it as legit as possible. We decided against creating Houdini templates because it is, for the amount of people that use Houdini, like, as well as 3ds Max, you know, a lot of effort goes into making the templates, and, you know, at a certain point, like, is the juice worth the squeeze, you know? Yeah, we could definitely add cards. Like, we'll probably do a handful of weekly challenges. Like, if we come up with different abilities we want to add, we can do weekly challenges for that. We could do a weekly challenge just for adding more cards if we wanted, and we can pop that into the game as well. Absolutely. Right now, no, there is not a plan to re-release the physical version. This is the only time you can get it. Basically, the next 30 days, the next 27 days is the only time you'll be able to get this. So get it while you can. After that, it's gonna be gone forever. So, yeah. What's been the most fun about this challenge compared to the others? Definitely the card game. I mean, just knowing that it's coming to a point where we all get to play each other's cards in battle is going to be the sickest thing ever. I am so excited for it. And the card game plays so well too. It's such a fun game. It's easy to learn, but there's strategy to it. Very fun to play. And I don't know, just that whole aspect to it has got me so excited, especially because we've been trying to do this for a year. So it feels very rewarding already. Just being here playing this game is so cool. Nate, we'll have to time it up, man. We'll have to time it up. Hopefully, we'll be able to hit 3, 2, 1 at the same time, Nate. Happy birthday as well. That's awesome. Probably do one more game after this. Hit the weekly challenge. And call it. I am a starving boy. I don't know if it'll be open source. I have no idea. Like, as in, will other people be able to make stuff with it? Like, probably not. I don't know. I probably want to just keep it. Like, will you be able to upload your own cards? I don't know. Or your own art. Maybe that'll be cool. But keeping it somewhat curated is nice, but we'll see. We'll see. It could be many things. Many things. Aaron, yeah, so you're asking, like, I mean, is it going to be evenly distributed power levels and abilities and colors? Probably, like, definitely not. Absolutely not. But look, if you click the deck here, you can see the breakdown. This isn't evenly distributed. It's random, right? So it's always going to be more of something, less of something, and that's totally fine. This is the way it's played since we started this thing. And every time you play a new game, it's just gonna reshuffle the deck of thousands of submissions, and it'll always be a new experience when you play. So we're not really worried about it. You know, the top 100, we'll see. If it's so askew, if it's so far out, and like there's only 5 power level 5 cards, which there won't be, we might tweak something or two if we have to. If it really hinders the in-person experience, but nah, I think it'll be fine, to be honest. Oh, you said Monte. Oh, weird. Thanks. Oh, you got the summon? Nice. Ooh, making a whole movie with the artists. You know, I have thought about that. We've thought about trying something like that. It was kind of like our first ideas at taking the challenges beyond just the montages. This is actually our first time we've done that, taking a challenge beyond the montage. But you know, it's definitely still possible in the future for sure. It would need to be, I think it, instead of being a challenge open to everyone, I think it would need to be curated with specific artists who are pooled so that we could pay them, and so that there's some sort of quality control of some sort, if we were going to do that. But yeah, there's a few different ways of going about that, but we've definitely thought about it. Yeah. Oh snap! I forgot that was gonna happen. That's crazy. Ooh, AJ, I'd love to talk, man. I would love to chat about it. Shout outs to AJ Brandon, who designed this game we're playing right now. Such a good time, man. Thank you. No, your character animation landing a touch late after the card slams in would not DQ you. It just might not be as aesthetically pleasing as other submissions. So maybe, I don't know, ask yourself, is that the best way to make your piece of art? Would your art be better if it hit the pose on the card slam at frame 60? Or are you clearly doing this because it's just going to be better for it? I'd say you're good, regardless of what you choose. Super close game. No, we're gonna pull everything at the end. That'd be cool to add them now, but no, we're gonna wait till the deadline. Next Monday. Well, next Monday. How far can a character be without being too far away? I don't know. That's up for you to decide. I don't know what your scene looks like. It's pretty impossible to figure out without seeing your art. Lorenzo, thank you for stopping by. I'll catch you next week. Have a good one, my friend. Flower Studios, it might be the end of you. Unless you pull a Pacify or a Summon or a Reanimate or Command. Or a Swarm. No, not Swarm. It's, I get my color abilities mixed up. Yeah, I think that's game. GG's. GG's Flower. Okay. I think we're gonna hop into some weekly challenge review for Anomaly. It was a challenge, weekly challenge, probably, I don't know, month and a half ago or something. And if you don't know, we do weekly challenges on our Discord. We're currently in a monthly challenge. They happen twice a year. Weekly challenges happen every week. You can join on our Discord, and they definitely help out for getting ready for these monthly challenges. That's for sure. Okay. Sotomonte, do you want to switch us over to weekly challenge goodness? Yeah, alright. Cool. Alright, Anomaly. Our first winner for the Anomaly weekly challenge is Prabaski. What you got? Ah, yes. Love your composition. Love your color. Love that camera angle. Love the depth of your scene. Very nice. You know, maybe you could bring the light up a little bit on that main character in the foreground, bottom right. But dude, so cool. Love the idea. Very fun. Maybe a little bit of texture on the rail there could help a bit. But man, you nailed it. I thought you did a great job. Next up, we got Lord Cabbage. Yeah, this is cool. Cool scene. Really creepy. Nice and wet and grimy. Love the idea. Super creepy idea to like have a portal through a tree. Didn't Stranger Things? They had a tree portal, didn't they? My only gripe on this one is the pose of the character in the foreground. They feel a little strange. I think you could find a more appealing silhouette. Right, probably standing up a little bit straighter, left arm out a little bit more, right foot forward, slight lean. You know, I think it's just a little too harsh on the lean there. Just looks a little goofy. But it's not the worst. You won. Congrats. Next up is Biz. This is from one of my favorite movies of all time, Stalker. I think it was 1968 or 69 or something. This is toward the end of the movie. They didn't have that giant anomaly thing that you put in there in the movie. The environment is from the movie, and I think you did a great job with it. And I love that, I don't know, whatever that is, a simulation of some sort, a Houdini situation. Who knows? But it looks really cool. I thought you did a good job and deserve the win, so congrats, Biz. Next up is L. So good. So simple. It's kind of a perfect render. The composition is on point. Like, even those 3 pieces of road are perfectly positioned. Wow. Maybe the car could be a little bit bigger, but other than that, like, this is so perfect. The color is great. The composition is great. The lighting is great. The idea is great. You're killing it. The visual style is great. This might be my favorite render from the whole thing. So congratulations, L. And Under is next, our final winner. Always doing great work. Always submitting last. Taking his time on that thing. And it freaking loops. I didn't realize it looped. God dang it, Under. You're so good. You're so good at what you do. Congrats, my friend. Congratulations. Maybe a car. I don't know, just a car in the midground on the right or something. People looking at it. Could be cool, but so good. Yeesh. All right, we have some weekly challenge honorable mentions to shout out. Makish or something like that. I love this. This reminds me of like an old 90s ad, like no, it's a Y2K ad. Year 2000 ad for sure. This is cool. I dig it. Big fan. We got Caps up next. I want to shout you out. Yeah, dude, you had me going back watching this video. Ball lightning at the train tracks. So creepy. But yeah, I thought this is great. Dig it, man. Dig the vibes. Brian LP. Yes, went with the thing. I don't know why this reminds me of a Metatrox render. I don't know. But yeah, we rewatched the thing like 2 weeks ago. So good, man. So good. This is sick. Great job. Muel is next. God, this is good. So sick. iPhone background for sure. Oh, and there's a heart in there. I didn't even notice there's a heart in the lightning. That's sick. Is it signed? Does it say Muel? No, I don't think so. Yeah, this is great. I used a touch of Blender, but the rest of this stuff is hand painted. Man, really nice. Love the blue-green vibes. XYL is next. Really great render quality, super high fidelity. Love those colors, blue-green. Big fan. The thing in the middle, it's like almost too high detail. It's too high frequency almost. Especially in the reflection, it's just like mud. But I think it's nice. I think it's a really nice render. Good job. Mango Rain is next. Love this piece you put together. Hand painted as well. So nice. You know what this reminds me of? When I was a kid, I had this like little 3x3 puzzle grid, and one of the little cutouts was missing. So it was one of those puzzles where you had to scramble the thing, and it was a lizard one, and it was blue, and it was 3D. And this took me back to it. Like, I don't know if I'd be able to find it ever again, but man, I hadn't thought about that since I had it as a kid. And your piece brought me back, so that's pretty freaking sweet. Kukopagra is next. I like this one. There's a couple of these, but this one was my favorite. Do you see it? You see it? You can't miss that. My only gripe, I feel like that last one should have been a little closer. Still sick. Yeah, that was fun. That was well done. Tony 480 is next. Did this in one day. That's crazy, dude. Yeah, I love the idea of a giant snake disguising itself as a pile of tires. I think that's really cool. The camera shake is a little intense. The camera blur is a little intense. And Tony, I don't know if you're watching. You do this thing where like you only use linear frames on your snake. You see it on your snake. I don't know why. Smooth those things out. Smooth them out. Anyway, Mathis, you're next. This is cool. I like the camera angle. Yeah, I dig these vibes. Very fun. Love the black and yellow color. Black, yellow, white. Down for it. Prof de Brillen. I don't know. This is sick. Yeah, I love that wall texture. It feels really nice. Cool idea. Yeah, I want to see more of that. That looks fun. Swizzle Fish. Ooh, kind of looks like unders. At least in terms of the framing and the composition and stuff. Yeah, I love you got the little dune buggy in there, the person. Having a little person in there is a huge, huge touch. Very important. It helps you sell scale. And you got a nice little sun swoop on the person too. I think that's very well done. Is that it? Yeah? Sotomonte? Heck yeah. Alright, guys. Yeah, congratulations on weekly challenge winners, the honorable mentions. The points have been distributed. The art has been posted. I'll probably do the last 2 weekly challenges on the stream next Friday, so we're all caught up and everything. But y'all, some advice before we call it. You have 10 more days to submit your art. Definitely take this time to ask yourself, don't get locked into stuff that you don't need to get locked into. We talked a lot about color on the stream today. What colors can you change? It's a really easy thing to do, right? Work your card border colors, your card overlay colors and everything, and work the colors in your scene to see if a certain color combination pops a little bit more than another. And don't submit if you don't have to. Keep chipping away at it. You guys have time. You have 10 days. And we have one more stream as well. We have one more whip review as well. I'm going to try and get through as many as I can. And I want to help you guys out, right? I want to make sure that your art looks as good as possible so that the card looks as sick as possible in the final card game, and everyone's happy with their submissions and stuff. But yeah, next Friday will be our last stream before the deadline, and then this time around we're actually going to be releasing the all renders montage first. That's going to come out like less than a week after submissions, so I'm excited to do that. We think it's like a nice change. It's not all about top 100. We really want to feature everyone's art first and foremost, so we think that's going to do something cool for the community. It gets art out. It gets a montage out sooner as well, so you guys aren't waiting as long. And it will kind of queue up and have all the pieces of art ready for the final game, as far as the online side of things goes. So, yeah, I think that's about it. I am so hungry. I think I'm going to call it, guys. But if you have any more questions for me, hit me up on Discord. Save them for the stream next week. We have a good team of moderators and admins on the Discord as well that can help answer your questions too. Am I missing anything? Pre-order the card game. The physical version of the card game. Pre-order it. This is like, you can only do so in the next 27 days, all right? After that, it will not be around. This is our first legit piece of challenge merch, of challenge swag, and it's a limited edition piece of swag, so it's gonna be sweet. The card game plays well. It's very fun. It's a good way to support the artists. All of the profit goes to charity, and what more can I say? So thank you guys for the support. Much appreciated. Good luck this week. Have a good weekend. Peace, y'all. Later.